Welcome to a journey across the world's most iconic waterways, rivers and canals that have shaped civilizations and inspired wonder for millennia. Settle in as we drift past ancient empires, bustling cities, and breathtaking landscapes, following the timeless paths water has carved across our planet. Our adventure begins now. Let's cast off and discover the stories carried by the world's great rivers. We begin our journey on the legendary banks of the Nile, the world's longest and perhaps most storied river. For millennia, its waters have carved a path through the heart of Egypt, shaping not only the land but the very course of human history. The Nile is more than a river, it is the cradle of civilization, a source of life and inspiration for countless generations. Its annual floods once transformed the desert into a ribbon of lush green fields, making agriculture possible and allowing ancient Egypt to flourish. Along its banks, the earliest Egyptians built their homes, their temples, and their dreams. Imagine yourself gliding gently on a felucca, the traditional wooden sailboat, as the golden sun dips below the horizon. The river shimmers with the colors of dusk, and a cool breeze carries the echoes of ancient prayers and stories. As you drift past the majestic temples of Luxor and Karnak, you can almost feel the presence of the pharaohs who once ruled these lands. These monumental structures, standing tall for thousands of years, are silent witnesses to the rise and fall of empires. Along the riverbanks, daily life unfolds in a timeless rhythm. Children play in the shallows, women gather water, and farmers tend to their crops, just as their ancestors did centuries ago. The Nile is a living artery, sustaining communities and traditions that have endured through the ages. The fertile banks of the Nile gave rise to the mighty pharaohs, the awe-inspiring pyramids, and a culture rich in art, science, and spirituality. Hieroglyphs carved into temple walls tell stories of gods, kings, and the eternal cycle of life and death. The Valley of the Kings, bathed in the glow of sunset, reminds us of the mysteries that still linger here. Even today, fishermen cast their nets from small boats, and farmers work the fertile soil, continuing age-old practices passed down through generations. Their lives are intimately tied to the river, just as they were in ancient times. The Nile's steady, life-giving flow is a constant in a world of change. Its waters nourish the land, support wildlife, and provide for millions of people who call its banks home. The Nile is not just a relic of history, it is a living thread, weaving together the stories of the past and the hopes of the present. Here on its timeless waters, the legacy of ancient Egypt continues to flow, connecting us all to the cradle of civilization. Deep in the Amazon, the world's largest river pulses through a rainforest teeming with life. Here, pink dolphins surface, jaguars prowl, and indigenous communities thrive in harmony with nature. The Amazon's vast waters and endless green remind us of the planet's fragility and the urgent need to protect it. To journey here is to witness the raw, untamed heart of Earth. The Danube flows through 10 countries, weaving together Europe's history, art, and music. Glide past Vienna's imperial palaces, Budapest's illuminated parliament, and the dramatic Iron Gates Gorge. Vineyards, castles, and storybook villages line its banks, each telling a unique tale. The Danube is a living celebration of European heritage and culture. The Yangtze, China's longest river, winds from the Tibetan Plateau through ancient temples and modern megacities. Its most famous stretch, the Three Gorges, offers breathtaking cliffs and misty peaks immortalized in art and poetry. The river's transformation, marked by the colossal Three Gorges Dam, reflects China's balance of tradition and progress. The Yangtze is a powerful symbol of endurance and change. The Mississippi River is the heart of America, flowing from Minnesota to the Gulf of Mexico. Paddle-wheel steamboats recall Mark Twain's tales, while the riverbanks reveal grand mansions, blues music, and vibrant cities like Memphis and New Orleans. The Mississippi's floods and fertile plains have shaped the land and its people for generations. To travel its length is to explore the American soul. The Ganges is more than just a river. It's revered as a living goddess, a divine presence that has shaped the culture, beliefs, and daily lives of millions for centuries. Flowing over 2,500 kilometers from the icy peaks of the Himalayas to the vast Bay of Bengal, the Ganges is woven into the very fabric of India's history and spirituality. For countless people, the river is a source of spiritual life, a place where prayers are whispered at dawn and gratitude is offered at dusk. Every day, its banks come alive with the devotion of those who believe that a single drop of its water can purify the soul and wash away lifetimes of sins. In the ancient city of Varanasi, pilgrims from all corners of India and beyond gather at the break of day. They step into the sacred waters, performing age-old rituals and bathing in the river's embrace, seeking blessings, healing, and a deeper connection to the divine. As the sun sets, the river transforms into a stage for the mesmerizing Ganga Aarti ceremony. Priests clad in saffron robes perform intricate fire rituals, their movements synchronized with the rhythmic chants and the ringing of bells, while thousands watch in awe, their faces illuminated by the flickering flames. Yet despite its sacred status, the Ganges faces immense challenges. Pollution from cities, industries, and daily life threatens its waters, and overuse strains its ability to sustain the communities that depend on it. The river's plight is a stark reminder of the delicate balance between reverence and responsibility. Still, the river's sacredness endures. Each night, as prayer candles and oil lamps float gently downstream, they carry with them the hopes, dreams, and prayers of a nation, symbols of faith that refuse to be extinguished, even in the face of adversity. To journey along the Ganges is to witness the heart of India's faith and tradition, a living river that continues to inspire, challenge, and unite all who come to its sacred banks. The Seine is the soul of Paris, winding past Notre Dame, the Louvre, and the sparkling Eiffel Tower. A twilight cruise reveals the city's timeless beauty, from historic bridges to lively riverbanks filled with Parisians and visitors. The Seine is both a stage for romance and a living artery of the city. Here, art, history, and everyday life flow together. The Mekong River, stretching nearly 4,350 kilometers, is the beating heart of Southeast Asia, winding its way through 6 countries: China, Myanmar, Laos, Thailand, Cambodia, and Vietnam. It sustains the lives of over 60 million people who depend on its waters for food, transport, and daily survival. Along its banks, entire communities have flourished for centuries, shaped by the river's rhythms and seasonal floods. In Vietnam's vibrant delta, the Mekong fans out into a maze of waterways, where floating markets burst with color and energy. Here, boats laden with tropical fruits and vegetables create a lively scene each morning. In Cambodia, the vast Tonle Sap Lake transforms dramatically with the seasons, swelling during the monsoon and shrinking in the dry months, supporting unique floating villages that move with the water's ebb and flow. Ingenious floating villages and stilted homes rise above the water, a testament to human adaptation and resilience. Riverside temples, adorned with intricate carvings, stand as spiritual sanctuaries, reflecting the deep connection between the river and the people's beliefs. In Laos, the Mekong slows and meanders, offering tranquil scenes of saffron-robed monks walking in meditation along its banks, and fishermen casting traditional nets at sunset, a daily ritual that has remained unchanged for generations. The Mekong is more than just a river, it is a living tapestry of cultures, livelihoods, and natural wonders. From bustling markets to serene temples, from floating homes to lush landscapes, it weaves together the stories of millions, shaping the destiny of Southeast Asia. The Thames is London's historic heart, its banks lined with landmarks from Hampton Court to the Tower Bridge. Glide past St. Paul's Cathedral, Shakespeare's Globe, and the vibrant South Bank, where the city's past and present meet. Once a polluted artery, the Thames is now a cherished centerpiece of modern London life. Its waters connect centuries of royal pageantry, commerce, and culture. The Volga, Russia's mother river, flows through ancient towns, vast forests, and open steppes. Cruise past golden-domed churches, the battle-scarred city of Volgograd, and the monumental Motherland Calls statue. The Volga's immense scale and quiet beauty reflect the spirit and history of Russia itself. It is a meditative journey into the nation's heart. The Rhine's upper middle valley is a fairy tale landscape of castles, vineyards, and legendary lore. Cruise past hilltop fortresses, the mythical Lorelei Rock, and half-timbered villages that seem untouched by time. Terraced vineyards produce world-famous Riesling, a tradition dating back to Roman times. The Rhine blends natural beauty, history, and myth in every bend. The Colorado River carved the Grand Canyon, a geological wonder of staggering scale and beauty. Rafting its rapids is an adventure through ancient rock layers, starry nights, and hidden waterfalls. The river is both a wild force of nature and a vital, strained resource for the American Southwest. The Colorado is a journey of awe, challenge, and reflection on our relationship with water. The Zambezi River powers Victoria Falls, the smoke that thunders, one of the world's greatest natural spectacles. Above the falls, tranquil cruises reveal elephants, hippos, and vibrant bird life at sunset. Below, the river's wild rapids offer thrilling whitewater adventures through Batoka Gorge. The Zambezi is a river of contrasts, serene beauty, thunderous power, and untamed wilderness. The Hudson River flows from the Adirondacks to New York Harbor, shaping America's history and art. Its valley inspired the Hudson River School painters and is dotted with grand estates and scenic parks. The river's journey ends with the iconic Manhattan skyline and the Statue of Liberty. The Hudson is a cross-section of American life, from wilderness to metropolis. The Murray River is Australia's lifeline, winding through arid plains and ancient landscapes. Paddle steamers glide past red gum forests, ochre cliffs, and wildlife-rich banks. The river is central to indigenous culture and the backbone of Australia's agriculture. A journey on the Murray is a peaceful immersion in the rhythms of the outback. Our voyage ends, but the river's stories flow on, reminders of the beauty and wonder found where water shapes the world. Thank you for joining this global adventure. May these rivers inspire your own journeys and dreams. Until next time, keep exploring, keep wondering, and let the spirit of adventure guide you.